Hello, I am back again. I have too many series on this memory card that I've been recording, and welcome to Washington DC, and good evening, good afternoon, good morning. I woke up very early in the morning heading somewhere, and I am also again heading somewhere, but same place pretty much. As you can see right now, unlike yesterday, it's not. By the way, yesterday's videos won't be uploaded until like next week because I have so many videos to upload. But this is the nature right now in Washington DC, and it's December 13, Saturday, December 13. It's the second Saturday of the week of December, and it's the second to the last the Saturday of the year of 2025. So that means we are heading towards 2026, and a couple of weeks from now we're going to be entering into the Christmas. The area looks pretty nice, and if you don't see grasses in my face, that means there's no sun, but the time is pretty much 3 p.m. 3 p.m. I feel like in the evening. The temperature is 45 degrees. It was 47 degrees earlier, close to my house, but now it is 45 degrees. If you remember, this area over here was filled with trees everywhere, right? These clouds were not visible, but those trees are gone. And also now you can see the visibility is clear because the trees are gone because of the pretty much the fall is getting over. We're heading towards winter, and we have to see visibility. Winter gives you more visibility, spring gives you trees, and then summer gives you heat wave, and fall gives you trees, leaves everywhere. So that's the beauty of the United States. Seasonal changes. Other than that, I really do not have much to share, but I want to emphasize on what has been happening. Today I received the news. For the first time, I got the news from The Hill. The news article is called The Hill, which reports from the White House. But normally I get the news from Associated Press. But The Hill and the Wall Street Journal were the first two news channels to report on this news. 2 Americans were killed in Syria. One is a military officer, another one is an interpreter, interpreting for the U.S. Army. Now I really don't know what the U.S. was doing in Syria. I mean, the Syrian regime has collapsed already a couple months ago, and the Syrian leader fled to which country is this? He fled to Russia. The Vladimir Putin's home. This guy's killing the fall. You see, the fall is over. But anyways, these 2 people are killed, and I think today Trump is giving a ball, like a speech or something, talking about what happened. But again, this is the second time. This last month on Thanksgiving, we saw 2 National Guards getting killed by Middle Eastern angry individuals who don't appreciate how the U.S. involves in the international conflicts, which I think is a good thing to do. When you are the strongest country in the world, and then you're supposed to be jumping in and help, right? But sometimes this is like finding 2 people fighting on the streets, then you jump in to help, right? And those people turn back, and they pretty much, you see the 2 vehicles, Federal Protective Service. These are federal police. This is what I was saying in Washington DC in my videos. You have Capitol Police, Federal Police, Secret Service, Capitol DC Police, Capitol, the U.S. Capitol Police, Secret Service, Special Police, Federal Police. This is I think this is DHL, Homeland Security. These guys usually they are driven by. These guys are the ones who checks for things like bombs, you know, national security. They check for migrants. They check for drugs. I think they're the ones who deploy. They also deploy some kind of what is it? ICE, immigrational custom enforcement. I think so. Is it DHS or something else? Come on. Let me go. So anyway, those guys are just police officers anyway, somewhere. But what I was saying is that we saw a guy who served in the CIA here in Washington DC, who traveled all the way from Washington State to the United States to Washington DC here, and killed two National Guard. Killed one National Guard. One was injured. One died. A female died. He ambushed them, which by the way is exactly the same thing that happened in Syria. The American and the Interpreter, they were both ambushed by the they didn't mention who ambushed them. Like, I didn't read the news. I just read the article, but they got ambushed, right? And remember, this comes after. This is like the third time I'm talking about this. I spoke with one of the intelligence officer, and I asked them questions because people told me, like, James, you should not get involved in the government of the United States. It's a really bad government. They're gonna kill you. Like, I know there's a consequences to these things that I say. I'm well aware. Like people from Uganda usually say, I'm well aware of the issues of the conflicts. But I ask questions broadly, like, you know, who gives these people weapons and trainings and such a high level skills where they can ambush, right? Where they can ambush look at the traffic here. I'm gonna go down here because I don't have traffic up here. Who gives weapons? I also haven't driven here for a long time, so I'm gonna drive here so I can show you guys the US Capitol. I think they have some Christmas trees or something like that. Anyways, who gives weapons? Who gives guns? Who gives this training? Okay, like, I'm from Uganda. We don't have that much super intelligent people who can ambush the most trained army in the world, the National Guards. Do you know what that means to ambush? Do you know what it means to ambush military here in Washington DC? Like they have super intelligent here, right? Because the president lives here. I mean, you see the police everywhere. They are always everywhere. They are always like protecting. They are always ensuring the security everywhere. Okay, everywhere. Even if it's a small activity, they always have police in every station. So when you hear somebody who's an American getting killed by an outsider, it tells you, in the place where America has been into, it tells you that it's the Americans' fault, right? They teach these people the skills, they teach them they give them the intelligence at a very young age too. Like the guy who killed the National Guards, he was, I think, 27, 28, you know, and he's been in the US since 2021, so that's been 5 years already. So 5 years, what do you think made he? How old do you think he was when he joined the CIA? 18 years old, 16 years old. Right. So you wonder why now, you know, and people like Trump, and this is the problem in the United States. You have people who are rich with money, billionaires, right, who make decisions on behalf of the army, and the army is commanded to respect and follow the rules and the order, and that is the reason why things like this happens. An American who's like Trump doesn't know anything about Syria. He's not even going to visit. You know, he doesn't know anything about Afghanistan. So when things like this happens, it's easy to say, hey, let's bomb them, let's destroy them, let's kill them, instead of like, let's find out what's the problem, what made them do this, what made them do this kind of stuff, So yeah, it's fascinating. I mean, I do not want to be like those people who are against the U.S. Army, against the U.S. involvement in the national problems. I love this area. Such a beautiful place. Wonderful U.S. Capitol right out over there. I don't know if anybody lives here. I don't know if anybody lives in this area. I think there's all these are offices. This looks like a post office. But anyways, yeah, that's so. When I read the news, I was really surprised. Not surprised, but I was sort of like shocked on how and what would the U.S. military officers be doing in Syria after the regime has collapsed, knowing that Russia is very much anti-US, and he knows that at any moment Trump can sign an executive order with the Congress and support Ukraine and destroy Russia at any moment. Right, so when these things happens, because if you're asking yourself, why do I feel concerned? I feel concerned because I have family members in the United States. Okay, if you see this and you live in Uganda or in Africa, just know that we have family members, who are in the US. We're gonna have children around there. We're gonna have friends, and those friends can any moment they can join the army. They can serve the country, and they can be the victim of those, those ambush, those attacks. What a beautiful area, the New Jersey Avenue. This is the only place where parking is free for 2 hours. Anywhere you go, just 2 hours is enough. Why is that guy running to catch a bus? Whoa. So this guy was begging some money, then the bus came. He turned to run to catch the bus, and he tried to stand in front of it. I never been here before. I never drove here before, but I've been here before. But I can see how beautiful it looks like. It looks beautiful. This is across the Capitol. The Capitol is right this side. I think you saw it earlier. But these are offices. This is the hotel. Oh wow. Yeah, these hotels are very, very expensive, and it's super protected. Like really protected, because all presidents and politicians who come here, they sleep in this area. This building, is this like FBI or this is an energy building? So beneath here, and this is the US labor, United States labor. This is for the employment. This building here, beneath the building, there's a highway. So we drive beneath it. There's actually multiple highways beneath this building. I have no clue what's going on in this area in the top. I really don't know. This building's over here. Before Trump came as a president, under the Democrats, they used to be very lenient. This is before this is before COVID. You can see here, there is beneath there is the incoming traffic. All right, so we're gonna go the same thing. We're gonna go beneath this building. There is also, oh no, never seen traffic in this not the traffic. You just yield. So you can see beautiful tunnel. This tunnel emerges with the roads from the other side. So on the top there's a building, but I don't know which building. I don't know what kind of building. I don't know what they do up there. So we're gonna emerge over here in the front, then head to Virginia. Head over to Virginia, yeah. But anyways, so the point I'm trying to make is that I feel like we should get involved in the national conflicts, but it comes down to like it's now becoming more like a problem on how we're doing it. You know, we got to increase the way we train other people, get involved in the national diplomacy and those things. Getting out of tunnel. Traffic is clear, not too bad as it was yesterday. Yesterday he told me that I'm gonna be behind 40 minutes. I ended up being behind for like an hour and a half. So today is Saturday. It's very clear. Very nice weather. So very nice. So I start to emerge. Somebody doesn't want me to emerge. I don't know why. They could let me emerge. Oh, won't you let me emerge, bro? Okay, I'll get over one more time. Texas. So anyways, I need to emerge again. This is why there's traffic here, because there is always going to be 3 times emerging. And why do we need 3 lanes over here? Like, I don't. What's the logic? What's the purpose? What's the purpose of 3 lanes on this side? So you have people emerging from that side to this way to this way. Makes no sense. Which side is the traffic here? Okay, 395. It's too many emerging area. So anyways, so I feel like we should decrease the way we involve in the national conflicts, especially like if it doesn't work for the first time, something got to be wrong. Something got to be wrong. And for the most part, these countries are corrupt. Okay, we saw this in Taliban. We saw this in Somalia. Trump recently has been attacking Somalia so recently. You know, even though he speaks so much bullshit, for the most part he's correct, right? These nations, they call you for help. They are couples. Couples fight, you jump in, you become the enemy of those couples. But I just don't think the American is somebody in the US somewhere, a family member somewhere, should not be sending their own children to Middle East and then receive a body, a remain like that, without and without like they're not protecting anybody in the US soil. Okay, like if it was like China, that would make sense, right? But Middle East, that's like way far. Like you have to pass Africa to go all the way up north. Like, why would you have to do that? Like, why did you have to do all of that? We see that in we see that under what's this guy, Barack Obama, after he destroyed Libya. Right? Like, why? France did not like Libya. Makes sense. And France also Libya. France was Sarkozy. Sarkozy was charged for crimes and corruption for Syria, right? But France is the reason why the US got involved in the destroying the Gaddafi's regime. and the US got dragged into those wars. Now, we did not lose that many soldiers, of course. Syrians were given weapons to fight for themselves. But now Syria is collapsing, right? Syria is no longer what it used to be. I mean, not Syria, but Libya. It's no longer what it used to be. What do you think the Libyan children are gonna think when they grow up? They're gonna hate the US. They're gonna do the same thing that is happening right now. They're gonna be, attacking random places, and yeah. So something is wrong, and we have people in the United States who can make changes, who can do good things, who can probably, like, I don't know, I just don't understand why the US felt like they need to involve in the international conflicts. Like the Roosevelt, is it Roosevelt? Yeah, Frederick Roosevelt, FDR, the guy who fought World War II, he wanted the US to be neutral. He didn't want the US to be involved in any international war, okay? He got dragged into it, they fought, many men died, of course, but also America became stronger, which was a positive outcome, and they killed Hitler. That was also a positive outcome. Germany got restored, it was rebuilt. Russia collapsed, the USSR collapsed, US became stronger. That is positive. But that did not mean that US should do that like something they should do every single day. Like, that was a one time, that was a war. The war was more about, we don't want this guy to kill all of us, versus like, we want this guy to leave power in this specific country. You know what I mean? Like, so I think that's the mistake. They think that we can fight against other countries, other regimes, like we did in Germany. And perhaps Germany's war succeeded because of the Jews. Jews were very smart. They were very educated. They had skills. They had knowledge. They built bombs. They did a lot of work. Right? Those guys work really, really hard. Regardless, they work really hard. So without them, look at the Pentagon over here. I'm pretty sure the Pentagon right now is like, I'm working on it. I want to work over here. I want to get a job on this part, in this area, Crystal City. That's my next dream, to work here. But yeah, anyways, enough for the US Army. I just feel like, because I live in DC and I'm well involved, that every time I drive around I see graves, massive graves of soldiers who died. Okay, these people didn't die by defending the United States, they died by defending the value of the United States. Two different things. Look at these machines. Beautiful, gigantic machine over here. Big. Extreme crane. Extreme crane. Big machine. Anyways. So what I was saying is that when you live in Washington DC, it kicks you somewhere. It makes you have that empathetic, that political, deep empathetic, deep feelings, deep emotions of soldiers who die just for serving, whether the US or serving other countries. It makes you reimagine how we can do things better, how we can improve the intelligence systems. Okay, because fighting war is one thing, by losing armed men it's another thing. There should be no excuse for losing armed men. Look at, is this a golf course? You see, I don't see these kind of things when I'm driving. When there was trees everywhere, when there was leaves before they fall. There's a golf course over here. It looks like there should be no excuse in losing armed men in any way, shape, or form. Okay, we pay so much money. I get taxed to death so somebody can get trained, become super fighter, to end up getting ambushed. It's a problem that we need to work on. Okay, if I was born in the United States, I would have joined the US community intelligence team, but I cannot because I wasn't born here, and you need to have, and I need to have like YouTube videos like this, you know, I make this kind of stuff, and so you need to be like very secretive to join the intelligence community. So it's too late, but I can still pass the message, you know, that people out there, the government needs to do something about it. Look at the traffic, very smooth, extremely green, I mean blue. It's beautiful, like it's smooth, it's moving, steady pace. I love it. Love it. And everybody's driving very nice. You will enjoy Virginia's drivers. They drive extremely perfect. Left lane is if people are speeding. Middle lane is for people continuing. The other lane is for people who are going at below the speed limit. The other lane people are turning. That's how it should be. In the mainland, left lane somebody's slow. Middle lane somebody's sweeping around. Right there somebody's speeding fast. 90 miles per hour. That's typical. I don't think they teach those things, but yeah. But anyways, if you find this video, just give me a follow. Maybe if you want to, you can share. I don't know people who like my videos. I don't know who watches them. I don't track people who watch my videos. I don't because I just did this to track. I'm gonna go back 5-10 years later and be like, I used to commute to this area every single day going somewhere in Virginia. For some reason, like no one knows what I'm doing there. No one knows. I don't mention what I'm doing over there. But you know, commuting every single day. This is my favorite. This is my favorite view. I love this view over here. I don't know if it's visible on the camera, but the view here you can see from my driver's side, there is like a corner sweeping like a zigzag, and it shows cars sweeping, going forward, and sweeping coming forward. I don't know if it's visible. I cannot see because my camera is really tiny, but you know, it's just, it looks beautiful, it looks great. Then there's two roads. There's one over here going forward, one in the middle, that's the toll roads. The other one is on incoming traffic. And because there's no traffic, you will see the price is gonna go down. Yesterday the price was up, now the price is gonna go down. They lower the price when it's not busy. I need to change it. I need to go over. Actually, the gate is closed. Well, if the gate is closed when people are driving it, I don't know. The gate is closed, so they don't show the price. I need to go over again. Nice. But anyways, I hope you enjoy this beautiful video. I hope you enjoy the Virginia beautiful commute that I make every once in a while, and you get to enjoy here one day. Looks great. Seems like Virginia is using taxpayers' money for something great. I love it. It's very clean, of course. Very few accidents, of course. which is wonderful as well. That's because drivers are great. Virginia does reinforce traffic rules, just like North Carolina. Not the same thing as at Maryland, but Virginia also does enforce the traffic rules, so people drive very nicely. And that's all I have for today. Like always, I'm gonna cut the camera here. There's nothing to see. It's boring. But other than that, thanks for watching. I just want to say goodbye. Bye bye. Ciao ciao.